So if you ask me, Coach's epic comeback is a case that has to be studied. Tell me how I went from not buying Coach in over 10 to 15 years to suddenly having more than 20 different pieces in my collection. Now, while I have a lot and I have purchased a lot of them, I will say there are some really great hits, but also some major misses. So I'll be sure today to be sharing my entire current Coach collection and giving a speed review so you guys know my thoughts on each of the pieces I have and whether I would recommend them. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. A few things before we start. We're going to be going over a lot of different bags, so I really am going to try and do a very high level speed review of each of the items. So if there are any bags that I show in today's video that you do want more detail on, be sure to mention them in the comments below. I can either provide you more details, or if there's enough interest, I can definitely make dedicated videos to any of the specific bags that we're going to talk about today. And secondly, I forgot to mention in my intro, but I do want to again give my disclaimer that I normally give when I share these types of large collection type videos. And that's just the reminder that nothing that I am showing today is necessary. You do not need any of the bags that I am sharing. And I want to give that reminder because I think it's so easy as we're watching and consuming social media to feel this draw, this pull, this like compelling need to buy everything that you might see in some of the videos that you watch. That is not my intent today. And again, I do have a lot of bags, but that really isn't normal, I would say. The reason I have so many, while I am a collector, a big reason is because I make content. And so my job is to try out new bags, to share them in my social media, a lot of the times just for entertainment purposes. But if I wasn't a content creator, I definitely wouldn't have so many. So as you're watching this video, I really hope that you know I am not trying to push anyone here to buy anything that I'm showing in this video. Now, if you do find something that you like, if I can find it, if it is still available, I'll be sure to leave that information and links in the description below. But again, I really hope you just watch this video, you get enjoyment out of it, but don't feel the need to buy anything that I am showing you today. Okay, so we're gonna start first with the twin turnlock Waverly bag. This is one of the newest Coach bags in my collection, and so I thought I would do a little bit more of an in-depth review on this one, and then I'll speed through the others as I've shown most of those in prior content. So this bag retails for $295. It was just released, I think, this past February, March timeframe. This bag features these two front pockets, which is why it's called the twin turnlock. The interior of the bag is quite spacious. It opens very easily. It has a snap closure back pocket. That is the only pocket on the interior. Now the bag does come with 3 straps. It comes with a chain that can be used as the shoulder strap or as kind of more of a decorative piece. Then we have the thin shoulder strap. And then finally, it also comes with a thicker crossbody strap as well. So now let's talk about what fits. So right now I have a pair of sunglasses. I have a lippy, hand lotion, a compact, a phone, some gum, a catch-all, a wallet, and a hairbrush. Now in the front 2 pockets, you can actually fit a good amount in here. I have another lippy, some earbuds, and then some hand sanitizer and my key fob. Honestly, I would say this is a good amount of stuff that can fit in this bag. And honestly, there was still room. I don't feel like I truly packed the bag to the gills. So I am pretty impressed with the carrying capacity. In terms of pros, I do feel like this is a great size. Now, this is definitely larger than the Swinger 20, which I had two different Swinger 20s that I ended up selling. The Swinger bag is small and it's a little more structured. I also really like the front pockets. I feel like not only can they actually carry things, like they are functional, but also I feel like they just add to the look of the bag. They put a little more, gold and some pop to this bag, so it has style. And then of course the fact that it comes with 3 straps I think is a major bonus, because then you just have all these different options on ways to wear it. In terms of cons, there's really not much. I would say I was really not impressed with the quality of this chain. I like the look of it, but honestly, this feels almost like plastic to me. So I do think that this is more of it looks nice from afar, but if you're like actually holding it, it's not that substantial. I also really don't like how thin this shoulder strap is. And I will show you in one of the other bags that I have, the optional shoulder strap that comes with that bag is a lot more substantial. They could have done better with that. They could have made a more substantial strap. The only other thing I'm not a fan of in this bag is the snap closure, because it does kind of show in the back, like you can kind of see it. And I imagine as I use this bag more, that will be more visible. Overall, I think $295 for this really beautiful leather bag that is well constructed. I am very much a fan of this bag and I do definitely recommend it. Next, we have the mini Rowan, and I have this one in the most gorgeous brown suede. So this bag retailed, I believe I got this one for $169 or around that price, maybe $159. But the mini Rowan in general does come in a lot of different styles, and they range anywhere from $137 to $199. On the interior, there is one pocket on the front side of the bag, and the bag does come with a very nice shoulder strap as well. The bottom of the bag does not have feet, but it does have this leather strip here, which does provide some protection. In terms of what fits, this bag does fit everything that the twin turnlock Waverly bag fit. And again, just like the other one, I feel like there is room to fit more. In terms of pros, I absolutely love the size of this bag. This one is almost exactly identical to the size of my denim Speedy 18. Another 2 things I love are the fact that the zipper does go a little past onto the sides of the bag. I do think for smaller mini bags that are in this shape, I really like it when the zipper goes further so that you can open the bag and really see what's inside and there's less issue getting things in and out. Also, I love that there are D-rings on the side of the bag versus having the caddy corner option. That's just a personal preference. In terms of cons, honestly, I can't think of many for the Coach Rowan. I just think this is such a well-made bag, especially the suede one. So overall, I would highly, highly recommend this bag. This one is hands down one of my favorites in my collection. Even though it's from the outlet, I do think it is just excellent and a really, really great value for the money. So next we have the Coach Trail bag. This retails for $195. So this is more of a vanity style bag, which I feel like is so popular right now. When you open the inside, you'll have a very spacious interior. Now, similar to the twin turnlock Waverly, this does come with 3 different straps. So it has a crossbody strap, it has a shoulder strap, and then it does come with a chain. And this chain does feel far more substantial than the twin turn lock chain. The interior of this bag is so spacious. It does have like a little card holder pocket here. Other than that, there aren't any pockets in the interior. So here is how everything fit in the bag. Again, I'm using the same items from the other bags, and I'm surprised to say that everything fit. I wasn't sure if it was going to, but the sunglasses fit right on top, and you can just zip it shut with no issue. So in terms of pros, this is just such a well-made bag. It is just such a classic looking piece that I feel like is a statement piece because of its shape, but it's not, again, screaming. It feels like it's very more quiet luxury, and I personally really like this color as well. Again, I also love that it comes with so many strap options. In terms of cons, personally, the vanity style bags aren't for me normally, so I do like this bag. I think it is very beautiful. I'm glad to have it in my collection, but to me, I don't find this to be an everyday practical use type bag. It's more of a statement piece I might wear once in a while for an occasion. Overall, I think it looks far more expensive than its price of $195. Next, we have the Empire 21. This one is in the toffee color. Now this bag retails for $325. Now I had this bag in maple as well, and I did end up selling it. One of the main drivers was because I ended up getting that twin turnlock Waverly bag, and I felt like I didn't need two maple colors in my collection. I do have this bag accessorized right now at the minute, but it doesn't obviously come with all of these things. But the bag does have really nice feet at the bottom. I do really like how high they are. It is really large. You can see here how spacious the bag is from the side. I could fit a lot more in this bag. So even though it is mini, it definitely can pack a punch in terms of what fits. So for pros, I do like the simple style of this bag, especially like it's kind of dumpling shape. I do feel like while it is a mini bag, it really can fit so much. So if you want a bag that really can carry all of your daily essentials and more, you're going to be able to do that in this bag. I also like that it has really substantial feet. And again, I like that the bag has the D-rings on the sides versus catty corner. Also, I like the fact that there is a zipper rather than being an open tote. Again, I'm always one that likes a top zipper. In terms of cons, I would say that I am not a fan of wearing this bag crossbody. I feel like it is a little bulky just because it is such a thick bag. So this is one that I definitely wear just in the crook of my arm. Also, I am unfortunately one of those that just doesn't like the look of these handles. I just don't feel like they are proportionate to the size of the bag. So if I had a preference, I would love, love, love to get the Coach runway version of the Empire 21. I have not been able to find one anywhere on the internet because they were so rare when they were released. So if anyone knows of someone that is selling the runway version, please let me know. It's still on my like forever wish list. Another reason the handles bother me so much is that they're longer, but they're not long enough to really wear this bag comfortably on your shoulders. And when you wear it crossbody, these handles kind of can dig into your rib cage. Do I mind the handles? No, like it's not to the point that I won't wear it, but I just prefer the other version. Also, again, same with the twin turnlock Waverly bag, you can kind of see where that button closure pops out. And this one is in the front of the bag. So that is just something that annoys me a bit. But again, it's not a deal breaker to me. So I don't know, overall, I would say I like this bag, but it is not one of my top recommendations. I am hoping that they release newer or different versions and they do correct the handles overall. So to me, I think this is not a slam dunk, you know, hit it out of the park type bag. And now we're going to take a quick break from my mini bags and talk about this gramercy tote. I absolutely adore this tote. This is one of my daily work bags that I tend to gravitate towards even more than any of the luxury tote bags that are in my collection. So again, this is in the gorgeous maple color. It has an adjustable strap here on both sides. The bag does come with feet, and again, it is full grain leather. It does have a magnetic closure, and then it does have this giant button closed pocket inside as well. Now, this bag retailed for $495 on the Coach retail website, but then they, for some reason, decided to discontinue it. And so it was on sale for 50% off or even more at some points. So let's talk about the pros since I'm already gushing so much about this. Again, I just love the style of this bag. I love that it is a very just classic yet unique silhouette. I like that there are gold accents and just some extra little like stylings while still being quite minimal overall. I personally love this maple color. Again, I just think in these like large bags as well, the leather just really looks so luxurious. Also, this bag does have structure to it, but as I've used it more, the leather has gotten just like softer and softer. So it is like just very, I don't know, it just feels very luxe to me. And I use this so much. Like it is a workhorse tote for me. And yet from a wear and tear standpoint, you wouldn't know. It looks brand new. In terms of cons, there really isn't too much. I know normally I like having a zipper closure. I feel like in this style of bag, the zipper, it would just be weird. So this is one of the rare occasions where I would say a zipper tote just wouldn't make sense. Honestly, I feel like the biggest con about this bag is the fact that it is discontinued and it's a little harder to find. Overall, it's like no notes for me. This one really is a winner. If you can find one and it's still a good price online, I do think it is worth the investment. All right, back to the mini bags now. So this is the Coach Small Laurel. This one is from the outlet. And I got it because it looked so similar to my Nano Blanc that I absolutely adore. And I felt like this was a really great comparable. I wouldn't call it a dupe, but I actually prefer this one in many ways. This bag retails for $159. It does come in a number of different shades and materials. And some of these actually come with their own bag charms, and I don't believe the price is higher for those. This bag features a beautiful cognac leather. It doesn't have any feet at the bottom. It doesn't have any zippers on it. It is very minimal in that way. It does have this really cute shoulder strap, and look at the quality of this strap. I love how it is thick and it has this kind of extra styling to it. It is a very comfortable strap. The bag also comes with a crossbody strap as well. So again, great versatility. In the interior, this one has a zipper pocket, not a button pocket, which I prefer. In terms of what fit, it fit everything except for the sunglasses, which honestly I feel like is quite impressive given this is a really small bag. But the way it's shaped really allows everything to fit with no issue. So for pros, I just love the shape of this bag. I think it is very classic. Again, it is quite minimal other than the logo. Again, I love, love, love this shoulder strap. I just think it makes the bag look so much more luxurious with like the detail and the softness and the thickness of this strap. I think this is a great size. It is small, but it fits a lot. And again, the leather is beautiful. I personally adore this cognac color. In terms of cons, I think the only two things I would note is that A, it doesn't come with feet and it doesn't have, any further protection. So that is something to keep in mind. And then also, this isn't a fault of the bag, but in general, bags that have this like folded style here have a much higher chance of wear and tear on the corners. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you are hard on your bags, you may start to see damage in those areas. Overall, this is another one where I feel like this is a classic style. It will last a very long time. The quality of this bag is beautiful. It does just feel and look very well made. So I do think this is definitely worth the investment, especially when it is at, I would argue, a very reasonable price. Next, we have the Cassie 17. Now, you may not have heard of this bag because it was released and I think it only lasted a year or two before it was discontinued. But it is the smallest version of the Cassie line. I believe there is the 19 and then there might even potentially be a larger size other than that. Now, right now on the resale market, I have seen this bag anywhere from $200 to $250. So this bag comes with a little top handle. It has two sections and then a larger center portion of the bag. It also has a back pocket. Now this bag as well comes with a crossbody strap, and then this one also comes with a chain strap. Now I would say this one feels more similar to the twin turnlock Waverly bag in that it is quite light feeling. Again, here is the interior. So 3 different sections. There are no slip pockets on any of the sections in the bag. So in terms of what fits, this bag definitely is the smallest that I've shown so far. It fits a good amount to include my phone, but overall, there were a lot of things that couldn't fit, as you can see here. In terms of pros, I just love the look of this bag. I like the proportions of this one. I feel like the 19 looks weird, like it looks like it's too long at the bottom. This one I feel like is just the perfect proportions. I am an absolute sucker for a top handle like this on a bag. This really is, to me, such a beautiful and classic silhouette. That said, I do think there are some notable cons. I think this one is quite small, and because there are so many like compartments, I actually do think this hinders what you can fit in the bag versus if they just made it one large compartment overall. I also don't like the interior of this bag. It feels very cheap, if I'm 100% honest. And if I recall, I don't think this was an outlet bag. I think this was from the retail website. So the fact that it's this like really, I don't know, it's just like a cheap micro suede material, I really wasn't impressed with that. I was also kind of disappointed at the color selection. I don't know if they had planned to make more colors if the bag was popular. That's my guess. I actually didn't buy this bag for the longest time because I was waiting to see what colors they would provide, and then it disappeared off the Coach website. So I ended up buying it on Amazon, which is what typically happens. Amazon will sell like their remaining inventory of discontinued bags. So I'm really glad I was able to snag one before it totally sold out, but the white really isn't my favorite color. Overall, this is another one that I would say I don't recommend. To me, it makes sense why it was discontinued. While I do like the look and style of it, I don't think it is the most practical for everyday use. So to me, this is not worth the current price tag that it's going for on the resale market. Okay, next we have arguably, I would say, the cutest bag from Coach that I have in my collection. This is the Mini Smith, and she's just so cute. So this was released, it's been a few years now, and this one is sadly discontinued. They do have the Smith style, but instead of making it like a landscape rectangle, it's more of a like portrait style one. So it's long, and then the handles are here, and the Coach like emblem goes this way. I'm not a fan of that. I don't know why, I just don't like it. I like my bags in this East-West style. So I believe this retailed for like $150. Right now I have seen it online somewhere around $200, so it's not too much more expensive. The bag itself has a leather bottom to it, but no feet. It did come with a crossbody strap, and the D-rings are here on the side. And then the interior is just an open space. They do have a little card slot here. And then instead of a zipper, there is a magnetic closure here if you wanted to close the bag. In terms of what fits, I mean, for its size, it fit a good amount. It didn't fit these items here, but this is more than what the Cassie fit. And because I have it so jam-packed, nothing falls out of it. So, you know, not having a zipper isn't a detriment in that way. So in terms of pros, it's adorable. It is just so, so cute. I feel like it is really well made. I like the details that they put on this bag. I like the colorway. I think this is a really adorable option to wear, especially like in the spring and summer. That said, again, I do think there are a lot of cons. First off, it is very, very small. Like, it is a tiny bag. So if you're looking for something super functional, you really do have to play a good amount of Tetris with this bag. Also, the little magnetic closure is 100% useless, and like it doesn't even stay shut. And even if you were to keep it shut, like by closing it, you've basically killed like half of your capacity because how low the magnet is. It just doesn't allow you to put anything else in the bag. And then of course, the fact that it's discontinued, it's just harder to find, and it's going to be a little more expensive. I think overall, this one really, really is cute. And I would say if you can find it and you are a crazy mini bag lover like me, I would say this one would be worth hunting for in my book. I think it also came in pink, which I think people would really like as well. I do hope they bring this style back because, like I said, they still have the Smith collection in their retail websites. So maybe one day they will bring this cutie back. But for now, I will say this one to me is worth it. All right, now we're going to transition into mini bags. So I'm going to start with this one. This is the Coach Plaza 18. This one retails for $95. I have it in the, I don't remember the color. It might be just Bordeaux, but it is this really, really rich, beautiful deep purple. Now the interior of the bag is a nice woven lining, but there are no slip pockets or anything for added organization. Now I do want to note that this bag typically comes with this strap on this side sewn to this D-ring right here, but I actually took a risk and I used a seam ripper. I removed it and then I added this extra lobster clasp here so that I could remove the strap on a hole, and then that gave me more options for how to style it or to add a longer crossbody strap to it without having this extra strap hanging around. In terms of what fits, we're going to reset now that we're talking about mini pouches. So this one fits a lippy, it fits my phone, it fits a wallet, it still fits a full-size compact, key fob, and then my earbuds. In terms of pros, I just think this is a fantastic value. This is a beautiful full grain leather pouch. it is $95. Now this is actually slightly bigger than the mini pochette, which I find to be a pro because now your phone fits in it, which I think makes this an option now as a mini bag, especially if you are to add like a crossbody strap to it. This is similar to the Coach Outlet Nolita bag, but I actually prefer this one because I like the more understated emblem on this one. And I don't know, just overall, I feel like this is a great piece. You can take the strap off of this right side, move it over here and make it into a wristlet as well. So there are some versatility features to this piece. And there is a larger size as well. I think it's just called the Plaza. That one is almost an exact size of the pochette accessoire, and I think that one is actually better than the LV version. So again, I do think these are great pieces. I would highly, highly recommend this. All right, next we have the ever so adorable Trail 15. This is a new release that just came out, I believe in March. And the moment I saw it, I had to get it. So this retails for $125. And just to give you a size comparison, here was that original trail bag that I had. And then here is how tiny it is compared to the original size. So when you open this bag, it is almost exactly the same in style and composition as the larger version. This one comes with a chain crossbody strap, which again, this one does feel substantial. Other than that, there are no pockets or anything in the bag. So in terms of what fits, this one is not going to fit the phone. It's not going to fit the wallet that I had, but it still fits a good amount. I did end up adding back in the gum and my Dior lippy as well. You could fit like a key pouch or a flat card holder in here. And so it could serve as a mini bag. And it does, again, come with the little D-rings here on the side so that you could wear it as a crossbody. So I do think this is a functional option if you're looking for a very mini bag. In terms of pros, look at it. It is absolutely adorable. It is so, so, so cute. And I do think, given its size, it's quite functional. Like I think it can hold a good amount given how small it is. So I do think that is a pro. Now, a lot of the luxury houses have similar type styles that are like super micro bags. Yves Saint Laurent has one and theirs is like $1,200. So again, I do consider it a pro in terms of the size and the cost. That said, this is really small. So if you're looking for a more functional option, then if you spend, what, $70 more, you're going to get a full size, far more functional piece, albeit again, I have feelings about the vanity style, but overall, you're getting a full size bag for 70 bucks more. So some might argue this isn't worth the price. I would just say it really depends on what you're comparing it to. Overall, I would say this is for the mini bag lover. This is that showstopper, TBE, as Cassie Thorpe says, like this is for that kind of vibe. So definitely not a necessity, but I would say if you buy it, you're going to love it. Next, we have the Mini Rogue 12 top handle. I was so excited when I found this pre-loved. Now, this is a discontinued piece, but they might bring it back because I feel like they're bringing the Rogue back. When I was looking around for it, I found it for anywhere between $250 and $300. This piece truly is so cute. It comes with this really beautiful chain strap. I love the details on it. It has this adorable top handle. It has this classic push lock closure here, and it does come with a crossbody strap as well. The interior has 4 different slots for organization. This one fits essentially nothing. I could get my gum in there, I could get my key fob and the powder. That's about it. But if I were to actually carry this as a bag, then I would definitely just put different things. Like I would definitely use mini makeup. I would only be carrying my credit cards. I wouldn't put it in a card holder. And so I think you could fit like your very, very, very basic, like you're going out on a date night, you only need 2 things type necessities. But overall, it doesn't fit much. In terms of pros, this is a stunning piece. Like it is so well made, like the stitching and everything. It's just, I love the details on this piece. I forgot to mention it does have a back pocket here. I do love, love, love this chain as well. It is so gorgeous, very weighty. I actually use this chain with my Plaza 18, so I love that you can remove it and put it on other bags as well. That said, I will say overall, this is another one where this is not functional to me. Like I don't ever wear this as an everyday bag. I don't even wear it as a going out bag, to be honest. It's just really, really small. I also don't love the top handle, how it like flips back and forth. I just think overall, this is a stunning collector's piece. Like I said, I do not think it makes sense in the majority of people's collections. So to me, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone other than super crazy Coach bag collectors. All right, I'm going to do all of my tabby bags in one go to save a little bit of time. So these here are the Soft Tabby 13. These ones are the exact mini version of their Soft Tabby, which is still available on the retail website today, but this mini version has been discontinued. You can find these. They are a little rare overall on the resale market, but when I've looked for them, I found them from anywhere between $200 and $300. I got mine for a steal, so it is worth just kind of keeping your eye out for better pricing below that price range. So this bag comes with a crossbody strap. It does have an internal pocket, and then that's it. It is quite tiny, but it is one full open space. Of the things that I showed, it fits more than the studio bag. It at least got an extra lippy and then some gum in there. And again, because there is a card holder slot, you could just put your cards in there without a card holder. And then you would technically have everything that you would need. So it is more spacious, but it is obviously very small. All right, so then here is the Tabby 12. So this one is slightly smaller than the Soft Tabby version. This one too is discontinued. So this one also comes with a crossbody strap. This one has little compartments similar to the Rogue. It does come with this little top handle, and because you can unclasp it, you could use this as a giant bag charm if you wanted to. It also does have a slot on the back if you got brave and wanted to put cards in here, or maybe like a comb or a mirror. Again, in terms of what fits, this one doesn't fit much, especially given what I was sharing as options to put inside. So got my gum, got my key fob, and then I was actually able to get my earbuds and the hand sanitizer, but that really isn't a lot. So in terms of pros of these two styles, they are both adorable. They are both at this point, I would say, like collector items that you just can't find very easily anymore. I like that they are the exact mini version of their larger counterparts. I do like how you could convert both of these into being bag charms because the straps, these little top handles, are removable. That said, these are not practical nor functional bags. I do have short form content showing that you can fit an impressive amount inside if you made, all of your items be mini versions like I have. But again, that's just not like practical for real life if we're being 100% honest. So overall, I would say I only recommend these again for the crazy Coach lovers, the crazy mini bag lovers. I would say the normal, like everyday average bag user isn't going to have any use for these. So now we have the Dinky 14. So this one is discontinued as well. I was able to snag it right as they were phasing it out. So I actually got it for $75, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Right now on the resale market, you can find them for $150 to $250. So this piece is more of an east-west type style. On the interior, it does come with a very cool strap. This one is adjustable, so you can pinch this little Coach emblem here, and it allows you to adjust the bag so that the length is shorter or longer. But in the interior, there is one slot here, and then there is one slot in the back. In terms of what fits, I mean, not much, but you got your earbuds, key fob, gum, and then a lippy. Again, there's a card slot in the back so you could fit some cards. I just think overall this is a very small piece, so it's not going to fit a lot in it. In terms of pros and cons, I love the color of this one. I think that it is a very cute piece. I love the chain strap that came with it. This is one that I plan to use on some of my other bags as well because it's very innovative, being adjustable in the way it is. That said, in terms of cons, I just think this is a weird shape. It's a little too east-west for me. So like, you know, credit cards are only this long and certain things in bags are only so long. And then you have this like extra weird empty space that isn't quite big enough to fit much unless you have really mini makeup like I do. But again, I just don't think this is practical. I think I could use this as a catch-all, but I just think I have better options that are slimmer and taller and like fit better in my bags. So overall, even though I got this for a fantastic price, overall, I wouldn't recommend it, and I'm not surprised that they discontinued it. So I know I'm talking mostly about bags, but I do have to give a shout out to this New York Zip card case. I love this card case so much. I ended up buying it in the maple color to match my twin turnlock bag. It is so beautiful. It's got a front pocket. It's got a zipper that goes all the way down. And so it's spacious on the interior section. And then it does have 5 card slots on the back. This is everything I look for in a card holder. It is flat and compact. I think it is just very minimalist, which I love. And this one is tall enough that if you put in bills and have them just folded in half, the zipper doesn't get stuck on them like some of my other card holders that are like this. This is $95, so it is a little pricey, but often some colors go on sale when they switch seasons, so I would definitely keep an eye out. This is a great piece. All right, and then I have one final surprise bonus round. This is one of my original Coach purchases that I got over 20 years ago. It's crazy. But oh my goodness, the quality of this leather, like it is truly so nice. I don't know the name of this piece anymore. I got it from the outlets. It has a front pocket and then it has this really large, spacious interior. Oh, there's like random stuff in there. And then a little card holder slot. I just think that vintage Coach really is the best way to go. Like, I mean, the current leather is nice on their new bags, but like this bag, even when I get scratches in it, if I just put a little bit of conditioner, it looks good as new. And I don't know, they just don't make bags like this anymore. Nobody does, I feel like. So if you can get your hands on vintage pieces, I definitely think it is worth taking a look. So that wraps up this video. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending a little time with me today. I definitely want to hear from you guys in the comments. What was your favorite bag that I shared today? Or if you have any Coach bags in your collection, which are the ones that are your favorites or ones you would recommend that I should try out? As always, if you guys like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this community. And if you want to watch more of my content, I'll be sure to include a playlist here, and YouTube will also share their recommended video right up here. Otherwise, bye for now.